It's crazy time again on the Love Them Knives channel. LTK here. Got the wee Jixx, not the sticks. Thanks for dropping by. Gonna talk about the wee Jixx. Jixx. No kidding, right? I mean, I was at the Wii booth at the 2019 SHOT Show, and I was talking to Hank, who came over from Netherlands. He's their guy in Europe, the Wii knife rep in Europe. In any case, when Joe was there too, but I was talking to Hank, and I go, oh, he goes, oh, you haven't seen the sticks or the Jixx? And I go, I mean, he's got an accent, right? Dutch and all that, but I go, oh, he brought it over and set it down, and I go, no, I've already reviewed that one. Yeah, that Willumsen design. I can get you on that. He goes, oh, and then he laid down the sticks, and I go, oh, whoa, what? So I had reviewed the sticks, and I didn't know about the Jixx because sometimes I'm just not up on what's going on, apparently. But so there we go. So we got the sticks, M390, titanium frame lock flipper, carbon fiber, blah, blah, blah. Then we got the Jixx, okay? M390, G10, not carbon fiber, right? And this black tie, and this real roughy, tufty looking stonewash on that blade. Look at that. Different grind. This is different going on here. If you look at that, so you can see here, this was just a straight piece here. And what got me about this, take a look, that I didn't like was, I was like, take this grind all the way back. What are you doing here? And then you could put a choil in there, but you could still bring the grind back. And so there you go, right? You've got a choil here, but the grind comes back further. It doesn't look so odd, I guess. And then other than that, well, it looks almost exactly the same. Not quite, right? You've got this hardware up here, where here you've got a lanyard hole. This is a more kind of get after it outdoorsy kind of thing, but you can see the blade grind is different. This is probably on the sticks is maybe a more usable grind than the Jixx, but there you go. Titanium frame lock, there's your lockup, and that's really, really light. It's hard to see, but that's, I don't even know if that's 20%. And can you read this? It says M390 there. And there's your G10. So this kind of does dance away from the scale. Scale almost acts as an over travel stop, except you've already got an over travel stop built in here. And if I had my little cheater, I could show you right there. Hardened steel insert right there. Over travel stop is not, it's this up in here. I'm sorry. Over travel up through here, not down through this part. Okay? It's part of this insert. In any case, and these backspacers are crazy looking, aren't they? The standoffs, these are kind of a bronze color, gold colored. So with that gold colored titanium hardware over the green G10, it pops. I mean, it has that kind of a little bit more sophisticated look than it would otherwise. Now, if you look at the inside of this knife, obviously the titanium frame was milled down so you could put these G10 overlays on it. So they didn't skeletonize under here. I guess they probably could have had they wanted to. I don't know how heavy this thing is right off the bat. Let me grab my scales and see. So not quite 5 ounces. Not bad then. 140 grams. All right. And then kick it over here with the Paramilitary 2. Line them up. About the same size, look like. Reverse that aspect ratio and it looks a little smaller. Put the tape on it. And put the tape on the tip. Don't put the tip through the tape. Oh, yeah, the blade is a bit longer than the Para 2, depending on where you measure it. 3.5 down to about 3.6. Even you could argue 3 3/4 at some point in time, but cutting is under 3.5. 8 inches overall, so yeah, it is shorter than the Paramilitary 2 by just a bit. And 20.5 maybe centimeters. Seems to me like it would be kind of fatter, and it is. Let me see if I can get settled on a, 0.667 of an inch, 16.8 millimeters. Let's see if it changes back here, if I can get there. So it kind of seems like it gets fatter here. And I guess you can see that it's a little thinner, a little wider, then thins out a little bit. So I guess I wasn't imagining things. So contoured G10 scales. M390 steel blade though. So it's got a super steel. The action is actually pretty good. And it's centered. No lock rock, no blade play, and gets over that detent ball very early. I sure like this a lot better than I like the sticks, personally. And it comes in a nice box. Here it is. This is the model number, the 904A, because it's obviously green. And then in this box, let me see which side I've already cut open. And comes with a zipper pouch. In the zipper pouch is your microfiber cloth and little paperwork stuff. Knife goes in there or in here, however you want to do that. Nice zipper pouches, nice protection, and then you got the wee box underneath there, so that's all good. Yeah. Nice. Let's look at this real quick. Got to see what this blade stock is. That's 4 millimeters all day long. 0.156. And kind of thought maybe it'd be pretty heavy there. Can I flick this middle finger flick? Yes, I can. It's pretty easy to do. Can I throw this out? Yes, I can. I'd say that's a 5 on my detent scale. Now, is it an appropriate detent for this knife? Yeah, I think it is. It comes out with authority. Can I fail it? I bet I could. Yeah, I can't fail it. See? That's not difficult to fail. Yeah. So, no, it's not a real strong detent. But actually, it's very smooth action. It's got ceramic ball bearings on the pivot. Bolster lock, I guess I'd call it. And these are number 8 Torxes all the way through here. Titanium, obviously, on the pocket clip. Don't know about these. Let me throw. Oh, well. Okay, I got nothing magnetic here. I mean, nothing's holding on. Anywhere around here, you're going to get a little bit of pull on this titanium hardware because you got the blade underneath. And the blade, but nah, this other stuff here. Now, yeah, that insert in here is steel. So you can feel that through this titanium a little bit. But no, other than that, yeah, I mean, nothing. So, interesting, huh? All titanium hardware, titanium standoffs, titanium pocket clip, M390, Bowler M390 blade. Nice go forward position. Is it sharp? Will it cut something? Who knows? Let's get a piece of paper. Figure that out. Yeah, okay, it's sharp. Yeah, it's got a bit of a recurve. So, yeah, there's those people. I do have the ability to sharpen a recurve, but it's just not one of my favorite things to have necessarily. So, I don't know. It's not, this knife in particular is not my dream knife, but I really kind of like it as far as for what it is, and especially as opposed to the sticks. I like the action on it. I like the way they came up with this really crazy stonewash finish, really tough stuff. But the blade shape, the grind coming back further, this go forward choil instead of a straight, it just makes a lot more sense to me. The ergos are good. This is fine. Can I go forward like this? Yeah, I could go forward like this. This is comfortable. Pocket clip is not a hot spot any more than a pocket clip usually is. You know what I mean? Some of them, go crazy and stick up and do weird things, but this is pretty flat, close to the scales. So, yeah, nice. Not a real big knife, not a real heavy knife. Interesting. Ceramic bearings, like I said before. Not sure I'm digging this. This WE logo, flattened, kind of just looks like it's kind of printed on the pivot. Give me a little bit of a design on there and leave the painted on whatever that is. Like, do something like this on the other side. You don't have to have an entry for a Torx, but just something else. I don't like that WE, and that kind of looks cheap to me. And everything else about this knife is not. So, wow, great action though. You're gonna like the action if you get one of these. And Mikkel Willumsen design. He's done a lot of stuff. So yeah, I like it. But is it one of my, did it hit my lust button or anything? No. I just think his designs are kind of tough guy looking, interesting, different, maybe a bit wonky in a way, but I think they have a lot of appeal to them. And man, that's just the function, the way this thing is interpreted by WE knives, I think they did really well with it. I think there's some guys that would really enjoy having this knife, And one last thing. Yeah, I think they use the available limit of the scales really well. Obviously, easy to finger flick as well. Detent, not overly strong, but it's so smooth. It deploys well. So could they have made it just a tad stronger? Maybe, except then it kind of detracts a little bit from the ability to thumb or finger flick this blade out as an option. So really, I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Take care. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.